Hi everybody, welcome back to Quarantine Cooking with Carolyn. Today I have another great crockpot meal for you. We're going to do a Tuscan style creamy chicken. Now, Tuscan style, I don't really know what Tuscan style means, to be honest, except I do know that it has sun-dried tomatoes in it, which you may not be familiar with, and I'll talk about that in a minute, and spinach. And spinach is actually a very common ingredient in Italian cooking. You'll find it a lot, really. So let's go ahead and get started. You need about a pound to maybe 20 ounces of boneless, skinless chicken breast. And I have got mine browning on the stove here. And you're not looking for this to be cooked all the way through. You just want a little bit of color on it. Okay, and so I'm just going to go ahead and take that off. I'm going to pop that in here while I talk about the rest of the ingredients. Okay, there we go. Now, the other ingredients you need to make this is roasted garlic Alfredo sauce, and you can use any brand, it doesn't matter, whatever you like. Some sun-dried tomatoes, some Italian seasoning, a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese, and did I say spinach? I think I said spinach. So what you're going to do at this point, we've got our chicken breasts in there, and we're going to add this creamy roasted garlic sauce. We're going to get all of the yumminess out of there. And to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Now, if you don't have Italian seasoning in your spice drawer or spice rack, you can do equal amounts, a quarter teaspoon each, of basil, oregano, thyme, and garlic. And you can certainly use the powdered garlic. I just happen to be out of it. And when I went to the store the other day, they didn't have it. So then you can add, next you add your sun-dried tomatoes. Now, this is an ingredient you may not be familiar with. These are sun-dried tomatoes. These are what they look like. And they come in a jar. This is actually kind of a monster-sized jar. This is kind of a Costco-sized jar. But they come in much smaller jars in the grocery store. And it's a fairly common ingredient. It's found in most grocery stores. You usually will find it typically either in the produce section or the salad dressing aisle. Usually where you find all the olives and the pickles and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's usually where you find it. If you can't find it, just ask somebody and they'll help you, because like I said, it's a much more common ingredient than you might know. And a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese. So we're going to mix all of that up just like that. We're going to pour it over the chicken. And again, I'm going to use my rubber spatula to get all of that yummy, yummy stuff out. I think the rubber spatula is seriously undervalued in cooking. All right, and we're going to just cover that. And we're going to cook this on low for 3 to 4 hours. Right before you're ready to serve, about 5 minutes or so, you're going to add a very healthy handful of fresh spinach. Now, you can slice this up if you want, but personally, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to add it in there, and it's all good. If you don't have fresh spinach, you can use frozen spinach. And what I would do is I would let it thaw while this is cooking. And I would give it a little extra time, but I would thaw it, drain it really good, squeeze it really dry, because you don't want to add all that extra moisture to the sauce and thin it out. Squeeze it really dry and add it, and then cook it until it's just hot. And I would give it maybe a little more time than the fresh spinach. Other than that, guys, you're done. You can serve this with a little bit of pasta if you want, or rice. It would be great over rice. So give this a try, guys. I know you've got this.